Hello there. Do you know that we rise or fall to the level of expectations placed upon us, either by ourselves or by others? If the expectations placed upon you are high, you will stretch your potentials to accommodate those expectations. But if the expectations placed upon you are low, you begin to shrink your potentials to accommodate or to fit into the mold of these expectations. It's called the Pygmalion effect. Consider the 10 spies. God had already given the children of Israel the promised land, right? And these men were sent to spy out the land. Upon getting to the land, they did not see, even though they saw the good thing about the land, they admitted that the land was flowing with milk and honey, but there were giants in the land and there were grasshoppers in their own eyes. It wasn't their fault though. Hundreds and hundreds of years of slavery had shrunk their expectations of themselves. They couldn't see themselves as victors. The only thing they could see was them being defeated. And as a result, they began to see themselves as grasshoppers. The thing about expectations is that it gives us labels. For the 10 spies, it was grasshoppers. But for Gideon, it was mighty man of valor. Gideon also had a negative expectation of himself. But God superimposed his own high expectation over Gideon's expectation, and this pulled Gideon out. At the end of Gideon's life, he lived up to God's expectation. He was indeed a mighty man of valor. You can defy negative expectations. No matter what life has thrown at you and has defined to be your expectation, you can defy them. So if you've been living by negative expectations, there are three things that you must do. First, you need to identify the labels that you have, the negative labels that you have: failure, incompetent, whatever the labels are. Second, you have to reject the grasshopper mentality. Now, this time you need to be vocal about it. Verbally dissociate yourself from the grasshopper mentality. And finally, you need to take a valorous posture. Begin to do the things that a valiant man or a mighty man of valor would do. Remember, you are not a grasshopper, so you don't need to shrink yourself to fit into low expectations.